We are living through unsettled times. There is conflict in the world. There is division. There is uncertainty. And beneath what we can see, Scripture reminds us that there is also a spiritual battle, a struggle we cannot always perceive with our eyes. Ezekiel knew something about living in a time like that. His world was being shaken. Jerusalem had fallen. The temple was being destroyed. His people were scattered in exile. And in the middle of all of it, God gave Ezekiel a glimpse of heaven. What he saw was almost impossible to describe. Living creatures surrounded by enormous wheels. Wheels within wheels. They gleamed like beryl. They flashed like lightning. And their rims were covered with eyes. The wheels could move in every direction without turning. And wherever the living creatures moved, the wheels moved with them. Because the Spirit was in the wheels. These mysterious wheels became known in later tradition as the Ophanim, the wheels. But notice how Ezekiel describes them. He reaches for the closest things human language can offer. Gemstones. Lightning. Wheels. Eyes. Because human language can only reach so far toward what he witnessed. Just as human understanding can only reach so far toward the mysteries of God. We see in part. We understand in part. But God sees the whole. And that's what Ezekiel needed to know. The world around him was changing. But God was not absent. The wheels were moving because the Spirit was moving them. God's rule remained fixed, while His presence moved through creation. And perhaps that's what we need to remember in our own unsettled times. We don't have to pretend the struggle isn't real. We don't have to understand everything that's happening. But neither do we have to live in fear. Because our hope isn't that the world will never be shaken. Our hope is that God cannot be shaken. And we are not waiting to discover whether Christ will win. Christ has already won. Sin and death do not have the final word. The darkness does not have the final word. Christ does. So when you cannot see what God is doing, remember Ezekiel. The wheels are turning. The Spirit is moving. The throne still stands. And the victory? Already won.